everyone, how's it going? Welcome back. On the other video, on part 1, which you will see right there, there's a Champion 27-ton log splitter. Let me show it to you. Alright, so this log splitter, if you watch the other video, my friend brought it to me, this wouldn't pull out. So we checked it out, and my suspicion was right. The carburetor failed. Most likely it was just a needle inside there. I have not pulled that carburetor apart yet. Unfortunately, I could not get a rebuild kit for it. I would rather do that than replace the carburetor. Cylinder was full of gas. Oil was full of gas. Again, if you check that other video, part 1, you'll see that. So, carburetor came in. We have a new carburetor. Unfortunately, the only place I can get this carburetor is through Champion. Part number is 16100-Zebra 8-11410-00 Mary 3. Almost looks like a Honda number. When you punch it in, a Honda carburetors actually even come up, but it doesn't actually show that it is one. I think they might have switched it. I mean, the engine does look like a Honda, but it's not a Honda. It's Champion. 224 cc. So, what do you say we quit jabbering on and let's just get this carburetor replaced? Alright, let's begin. Before we get too far involved, it's going to take a 10mm here and here to pull this off. We'll pull the air filter off. Get that out of the way. And it looks like a Phillips screw up here. If we actually need to take that off, we'll find this out. And 10mm up here. So, we have a 10mm socket. I have it on my impact for taking it off. 1/4-inch ratchet. You can use that to put it back on. We're going to need a pair of pliers. And we're going to use these to shut off the fuel. Fuel is shut off at the carburetor, but we need to stop it from coming out of the fuel line. Gas tank is completely full. So that's what we need for tools. So let's go ahead and zip these off. So what's everybody's plans for Labor Day? You guys out doing stuff? Having fun? Gonna hang around the house like me? Unfortunately, by me hanging around, that means the wife is gonna figure I'm bored and find me some work to do. So I forgot to disconnect the line from here, so it pulled the line out of the valve cover, which is fine. We can get that back in there. That's not a big deal. So let's see. Got one gasket here. Slide that off. And I did get 2 new gaskets, so I can replace them. So we'll set that down here. This, for your choke, just lifts right off. Got a new one of those as well. So, I don't want to have to do anything else. I forgot to show you, is there's a spring here. Take off of here, and then this take off. I'll show that to you when I put it back together. So other than the fuel line, the carburetor is ready to come off. So we'll get the pliers out. We'll get the clamp. Bring it around here. Kind of see a little better. Can you see it? Not real good. Alright, right there. Trying to give you the VIP section. This is only going to be my 27th video. I'm still learning, so trying to do a little better. Alright, we got that up, so let me put this on. Crimp that on there to keep the gas from coming out. Alright, a couple little drips. Now we can slide that carburetor off. So we'll bring it back over here. Alright. So slide the carburetor off. As you can see, it's not real dirty, it's not bad, but and the carburetor is a, how do you pronounce that? Huai? Huayi. Isn't that like the same brand that makes Hondas, and well, I suppose they make a few other ones. So that's it. We'll pull this gasket off because I do have a new one of those as well. So let's slide the gasket on there. Stand by. So now that we have that gasket on, we can slide this new carburetor on. Let's take it out of the package. Look at it. Compare them. Identical. Should be identical, considering I ordered it directly from Champion, the manufacturer of the machine. Both of the numbers are the same. Yes, it is. So the only thing we need to do is pull this rubber thing off where the fuel line goes. So we're going to slide this on here. Minor technical difficulty there. No. Push that fuel line back down. Get that down as far as we can. We can get this out of the way. We're done with that. Push the carburetor back all the way. Get that down all the way. And let's see. No, don't want to do it with my fingers, so we'll just get the pliers in there. Slide that down. So fuel line is on. Now, let's get you back over here so you can see what's going on. So we're going to open this up as far as it'll go. That's as far as it'll go. So we're going to pop the rod on. There's a little spring hooked on here. Oh, there we go. So that's in there. Again, the rod is in. You can see that the little spring goes in that little hole there. So that is done. So now we'll bring it back. Next step is the new gasket. And the gasket, you want to make sure, should have pointed out with the other one, if you're doing it, this gasket goes just like that. Just like that. If you put it wrong way, the center hole won't line up back there. And even if it does, the little hole is going to be in the wrong spot. So you need it this way. The little hole needs to be on the left. Now, this one needs to go this way. Because, as you can see is, here, the way it's cut out over that way. And then you got the little hole here, and another one there. So this gasket needs to go this way. This gasket needs to go just like that. So that wants to cover up. Go over that hole, and these openings will go over those. Just like that. Because you don't want to block them off. If you do, it's not going to run, and if it does, it's not going to run right. So that's that. Pretty easy, huh? So now we'll put the new lever on. Again, that little lever just goes right there. The little pin right here. Drops in the hole right there. And that works. Shut the gas off on there. Alright, now we're going to put this cover back on. And when we do that, remember, this came off. So once we get it on, then I'm going to have to maneuver around and get my hands out of your way and to hook that hose back on there. So we're going to start with the impact just to get these started. Like I said, just to get them started. We don't want to kill the machine. I might need to move you over. Alright. There we go. So now we'll do this by hand. Somewhere in there. Alright. Now we'll move it back so we can get a better view again. Alright, so I'm sure you want to see about putting that hose back in. So let's see if we can do that. My lighting, better lighting, is on the other side of the garage. So that's that. Just slides in there. So, and then after that, I got this 10mm nut to put back up on the top. And we'll tighten that up. Again, we'll use the ratchet. We don't want to use the impact. We are dealing with plastic and soft metal. We don't want to break anything. So snug it up. Grab the air filter. Put that back in there. Cover. Alright, now that it's all back together, what do you say we try to start it? So, gas is off. We'll open it up. Give it a little bit to get some in that bowl. Choke is off. So that is that. So shut the gas back off so we don't have the same problem that he had before that filled the engine up with the oil. So if you happen to have one of these Champion 27-ton log splitters and it has the 224cc engine, that is what you got to do to replace the carburetor. I do recommend when you replace a carburetor to always replace the gaskets. It just saves yourself a headache. I think it cost me like $1.40 for both gaskets. So why wouldn't you want to spend that extra money just so you know you don't have an issue with one of the gaskets? So that's that. Thanks for watching and have a good time. We'll talk to you another time. See ya.